Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your bright and early Monday morning to join us here in Balboa Park for our 2015 Balboa Park Sustainability Partners Breakfast. Those of you who braved the rain and still enjoyed our expo, I really appreciate that as well. My name is Jessica Travis, and I have the great pleasure of looking after some of the sustainability projects here in Balboa Park. And we're all here because you too play an important role in making sure that our historic, cultural, and natural assets are preserved for 100 years to come. So thank you all for being here. A special thank you to SDG&E, our founding sponsor, our Sustainability Council for their guidance, and for this year's Expo participants. We have A.O. Reed, ISOS Center for Social Responsibility, Office Depot, San Diego Gas and Electric, Sullivan Solar Power, Navy Region Southwest, and Waxy Sanitary Supply in our expo. So after the breakfast, please do take some time to enjoy their booths. Over the last year since we last met in this room, a lot has happened. Of course, we kicked off our centennial celebration of the 1915 Panama, California Exposition, and with it came a host of sustainability projects. To name a few, we LEED certified 3 buildings under the U.S. Green Building Council's existing buildings operations and maintenance rating system. We launched a new e-waste program that expanded what the Reuben H. Fleet Science Center had started with our great partners at the University of San Diego. We installed efficient restroom water fixtures thanks to an important funding by the City of San Diego Commission of Arts and Culture. Special thank you to Dana Springs. We were named the 2015 Co-Energy Grand Champion by SDG&E in partnership with our great friends over at City of San Diego Environmental Services. We strengthened our relationship with San Diego State University to continue to use Balboa Park as a living learning laboratory for internships and community service learning. And 2 new green teams were established at some of our museums. And it's only October. Can you believe it? It's been a great year. Now, I know you didn't come here to listen to me gush about how wonderful you all are and how many great projects have gone in. We're on a time restraint here. So without further ado, I'm going to kick off our program and first start with a representative from SDG&E, and I'd like to invite Michael Schneider to kick us off. Michael is the Vice President of Operations Support, and he is the Chief Environmental Officer for Southern California Gas Company and San Diego Gas and Electric. In his current position, he's responsible for quite a bit, including facilities, fleet services, supply management and supply diversity, and environmental services for both these California utilities. Michael?
Well, thank you, Jessica. And first off, let me just give you guys a round of applause, because I'll tell you what, it's the folks in this room that we're honoring today that really, signify and represent sustainability. Sustainability is obviously very important to me as Chief Environmental Officer, but it's very important to Sempra and our California utilities and principally San Diego Gas and Electric. We have spent years focusing on energy conservation and just seeing where we are today with that here in the room, honoring those that have really sort of raised the bar on conserving energy warms my heart because it's years and years in the making. Now, one of our big focuses at San Diego Gas and Electric is all about water conservation. Kind of interesting today, here we are all walking in, sort of avoiding the raindrops, but we are under a severe drought, and it's an area right now that's a primary focus for us. And I just wanted to make mention of that because we really do have an energy-water nexus that is a focus of our utilities in trying to take sustainability now to a whole new level. Just over at our Century Park San Diego Gas and Electric headquarters area, we've embarked upon a huge water conservation effort, taking out all the lawns and focusing on drought tolerant, and are in the process of saving over 4 million gallons of water just in that exercise right now and trying to take water savings expanded use of recycled water to a whole new level. So I'm hoping that we continue to demonstrate a leadership proposition with what we're doing here with our sustainability leaders in taking the energy savings, the water savings, just the scarce resource savings to a new level, which really is about sustainability, and particularly here in San Diego, which is one of the most biodiverse places in the world and most sensitive places in the world. We really have that responsibility to make sure our communities are embarking upon it. I just want to briefly mention and acknowledge the leaders here at Balboa Park. The park has saved 9 million kilowatt hours and saved millions of dollars in the course of doing the things it's doing with sustainability, and that's a huge, huge accomplishment. SDG&E has provided rebates and incentives in energy efficiency to Balboa Park, and it's the institutions and many of you here that are kind of taking on those programs and looking to take us to a next level that I'm excited about. Just the fact that you're focusing on LEED certifications right now and trying to do that to really make sure that we recognize that we can coexist and actually, take it to the next level is wonderful. We just built the new headquarters building down in with Sempra down by the ballpark, and we're excited to go after LEED Gold with that certification, and are looking to again try to make sure we're LEED in every place that we can be that. So the wonderful partnership with SDG&E, the Balboa Park Sustainability Program, the U.S. Green Building Council San Diego chapter, the City of San Diego, and the Cultural Institute of the Balboa Park Cultural Partnership. To me, that's a partnership that, again, I really look at as how we can kind of keep things moving and accomplish a lot. I mean, more than just the plaque that says you're LEED, it's really about how you're sustaining things going forward, and it makes a huge difference. We've got the double platinum LEED building over at our Energy Innovation Center in Claremont, and are really excited to show that as a showcase and, again, demonstrate that leadership going forward, because it really is about representing and demonstrating that type of leadership. And again, it's projects like this that we're so excited about, and being able to be a part of this. What I'd like to do now is to invite to the podium a nature of force, somebody who's helped us kick off the Balboa Park Sustainability Program in 2008. So here we are now, 6 years later, really, or 7 years later now, as I do my math, really focusing in on kind of where we are now with this partnership. A man that needs no introduction, Council President Todd Gloria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike, and good morning, everyone. I am so proud of all of you. It is early on a Monday. It is raining. As San Diegans, I understand it's an unnatural act to even leave home when it rains, and so I'm really proud of you. And I just want to maybe talk to my online collaborative folks, because my app did not say anything about rain this morning. So if I'm a little bit wet, just know that I have enough sense to have an umbrella. My phone didn't tell me to bring it. So I'm always concerned about these things, because I'm kind of in charge, like running the city, right? And you want to know that I have at least enough sense to stay out of the rain, but my iPhone wasn't helping this morning. So again, really proud of you for getting up early this morning to be here to support the park, and of course our sustainability efforts here in the park, of course, to make the park more green. And I want to provide a little context for this effort that we're making here. Some of you know that more than 10 million people come to the park every single year. And they come, of course, we know, for the gardens, for recreation, for the cultural and historical enrichment of the museums and the performing arts that are in this beautiful place. And I think it's for that reason that it's our responsibility to preserve and to protect this incredible park so that it continues to function as the city's iconic landmark. And I look no further than just last week when the American Planning Association named Balboa Park one of its 6 best public spaces in the entire United States. That's the kind of attention that Balboa Park gets. That's the stakes that we're running against and making sure this park stays great. So throughout this centennial year, we've talked a lot about making sure that Balboa Park is sustainable for the next 100 years. And I recognize that term is somewhat flexible. Sustainability can, in any number of contexts, refer to our ability to fund maintenance and upkeep of the historic architecture and the magnificent park setting, but it also refers to how efficiently we use energy and water in this park. And as has been made mention a couple times already this morning, a lot of progress has been made in that direction. And through the leadership of the Balboa Park Cultural Partnership, of which Peter Comiskey and a number of his board members are here this morning, and with the help of corporate sponsors like San Diego Gas and Electric, numerous park stakeholders and others, we have succeeded in making sustainability one of the top priorities in the park. Now, in fact, earlier this year, the Cultural Partnership and the City of San Diego, as was mentioned, were named co-grand champions by the SDG&E Energy Showcase for our energy efficiency efforts in Balboa Park. That's not easy to do, because I want to just point out the fact that these are 100-year-old buildings, in many cases, and that's not exactly the easiest building to make super efficient. And so the fact that we're able to do that, I think, shows the level of commitment, the real belief that we want to do something big in the park. And this demonstrates that also that the park can be a catalyst for energy savings and other sustainability goals throughout the rest of the city. And that's really what I wanted to drive home this morning. Some of you may remember that when I was mayor, I authored a climate action plan for our city. And it calls on San Diego to be a global leader in the fight against climate change. And it seeks to do that by asking the city to cut its emissions in half by the year 2035. Now, some have said, no, these things are impossible. Well, I would say that plenty of people said lots of things are impossible, like going to the moon or, having a phone that would tell me that it's supposed to be raining when it isn't actually raining. But these things still get done. They are accomplished. And what we're doing here in Balboa Park, the example that we're setting here, shows that these goals, this ambition, can be accomplished and that we can, in fact, implement a cutting-edge climate action plan. Now, I would note that all of these things would not be possible without incredible collaboration, and we have great partners in these efforts. I've mentioned SDG&E, I've mentioned the Cultural Partnership, the Friends of Balboa Park who have taken on water conservation with great gusto, the Balboa Park Conservancy who are aiding us in our efforts to polish up the park, and our friends in industry. And I want to really point out that I think it's we have to make a business case for sustainability over and over again, and our friends at Clean Tech San Diego and my friend Jason Anderson are the folks that are helping to make that possible. And last, and certainly not least, our city employees, of which there are many here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for what you do. I know you want to raise your hand because you don't get thanked enough, but our city employees who are here, guys right here in the front, some in the back over there, Mario, Paz, Roy, Lori's all the way in the back. We have a team of folks who are really helping to make this possible. So today, we honor 6 finalists in the 2015 Balboa Park Sustainability Awards. But as you look around the park, you're going to see tons of examples of these sustainability efforts, from LEED certified buildings to the conversion to LED lighting, drought-tolerant landscaping, and solar projects throughout the park. It is clear that Balboa Park is being transformed into a model of sustainability that will continue to be enjoyed by San Diegans for the next 100 years. So thank you all for being a part of this vision and for joining the movement to help get us to sustainability in Balboa Park. Have a great morning, everybody.